Hello guys and girls, Voices from the Dark here. Welcome back to the Champion of Cyrodiil challenge, where Marina Mistfire has just survived quite the ordeal over in... Oh, I've forgotten the name of the cave already. Nunville Cavern. There were trolls, ogres and minotaurs, all very eager to see us dead. But in the end, we prevailed and we got out of that all right. We also got out of that with some great loot. First and foremost, we got the base ring of retribution, which reflects damage that we take onto the attacker. And considering they hit us like a truck, I wonder if they hit us for a lot and then that damage is reflected, if that damage that they take goes through the nerf or not. I think it doesn't. And if it doesn't, that's going to be quite powerful. So a nice little ring that's going to make it more beneficial for us to take damage, because what we could do is that we could also shield ourselves with dragon skin to take less and then have them hit us, and every time they attack us they also lose a chunk of their own health. So there's something fun to do there. We also managed to get ourselves some other miscellaneous items, but the thing we came for in the earlier little Rotunda Vale that we checked out was a Welkin Stone, because we've been instructed that we have to go up here, find the strange pillar, equip a shock spell, we do have a little scroll, with a Welkin Stone in our inventory, and then the game will crash. The game will crash. Yeah. Let's try this one more time, shall we? Bam! I was struck by lightning and have been granted a powerful new spell. Quest complete. Finger of the Mountain. Now check this out. Flare costs 12 magicka and does 6 damage on targets. Finger of the Mountain costs 12 as well. It does 6 damage, but it also does damage in 5 feet on targets. Boom. Now this gives us the ability to move some corpses around. I am unsure if I've mentioned just how useful this can be when moving corpses. And if I've talked about what I used to do back in the day in the Arcane University, and if I have, do forgive me, but essentially back in the day when I was playing Oblivion, I would murder a lot of people, and then I would be like, how can I hide the bodies? This was in the Arcane University in the Imperial City, and so I got the idea to just get them over the walls, toss the bodies over the high walls, and nobody would be none the wiser, you know? And so what I did is that I hit them with the shock spell. They went flying up the wall, and every time they were flying up the wall, they would start to like descend back to the ground again. But because of the strange physics in Oblivion, bodies fall very slowly to the ground, especially human bodies. So every time they would slowly like just make their way back down the wall, I would once again sap them to continue to push them higher and higher, and eventually pushing them over the edge of the wall, and then they were gone. It's a wonderful time. Poor guy. So that's why I love the Finger of the Mountain. It's a very cheap and easy spell to achieve this effect with, so it's always been a favorite of mine. Now I want to try and avoid finding another cave on the way, because I would rather just get myself back to Chorrol immediately, really. But Nunville Cavern, oh, that's only for the brave. Right now, do we have any quests in our quest log? Separated at birth, find the heir. Did we actually complete Deliver the Amulet? Okay, so that was counted as completed. Okay, I'm just gonna give Carl in the future a little chance to look through this quest list right here, just so we can note down all the quests that we have completed so far. Remember, there's 199 quests that we need to complete. There's actually, I believe, 204 quests in Oblivion. So, wait, what does that mean, Dark? Why can't you complete all the quests? Some of the quests are exile quests, or quests that you get if you're tossed out of, let's say, the Mages Guilds. The Dark Brotherhood is a good example. If you break one of the 5 tenets before the Purification quests, you will get tossed out, and I believe the first quest is called A Dark Exile. And you have to do a... Oh, why walk when you can run has always been your motto. Now the miles of running and hours of swimming have paid off. You're an apprentice of athletics, your rate of fatigue regeneration when running is increased. Hey, that's always nice. Oh, look at that. If you break one of the 5 tenets, you will have to pay the price. The next time you sleep, you'll be visited by a spirit you will be visited by the Wrath of Sithis, and you will have to slay the Wrath of Sithis, and then you can join again. And that counts as a quest. And then you can complete that quest. If you break the tenets one more time, you're gonna get a new quest called Another Dark Exile, where once again the same thing happens. So that means 2 quests completed, alright. But if you break the tenets once more, you will get a quest called Eternal Exile, and you will not be allowed back in. So even if you defeat the Wrath of Sithis, you won't be able to get back into the Brotherhood, meaning you can't actually complete the Brotherhood quest line, meaning you lose out on all the quests. So if you want to get the maximum amount of completed quests at the same time, you have to intentionally break the tenets twice, do a Dark Exile and another Dark Exile, but then you cannot physically do Eternal Exile. Hence leading to the case where, despite it being 204 quests in the vanilla game, we can only complete 199 of them because the Fighters Guild and Mages Guild suspension quests are messing that up just a little bit. So we're gonna do our best to do the quests that we can do. Luckily, very few quests in Oblivion are missable or failable. One of them was the quest in Bruma, but I think even if we let him get away, it would be counted as completed, so... The main issue that can happen is that we lose the NPC that gives us the quest, that they somehow die.
Have pity on an old war man.
Oh my gosh. I feel like the beggars in Cyrodiil are in charge of when the game crashes or not. It's a big conspiracy. Alright, so we've done the Mages Guild quest, we've done the Killing Fields. We have yet to do the Hack Dirt quest, but that one we'll have to wait around a little bit with before we can do that. For now, though, actually we have to go and sell. We have to go sell our goods at the store before we go to the castle. Castle Chorrol, because at Castle Chorrol the Countess has a little task for us, and it's always nice to do quests for some royalty to get some fame and perhaps a good reward. Hello, Sidneus. Let's see. Let's butter you up, girl. Get you ready for what I'm about to give to ya. Wha-bam! Wonderful.
A pleasure to speak with you.
Always. Any rumors?
Picked up a good book at Renoir's this week. Sure wish I could read it.
Wait, is she hinting at the fact that she's illiterate? Or was that just like, I'm too busy to actually sit down and read it? I don't know.
Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in?
Let's see what you can interest me in. Well, I wonder, can I push the prices just a little bit? Burgundy linens. I can, actually. Well then, we have a lot of goods to sell. One of them being... Let's see here. The Varla stones. We can sell them for like 75% of their original value. And you know what? At long last, I'm going to accept this price. But then again, I could save them. They don't weigh me. Maybe I should save them, actually. I could find somebody I could push even further. Yeah, I'm gonna save them. I'm so indecisive. But the Welkin stones, on the other hand, those I want to sell, but there's quite a lot of them, so let's sell off all the crap we have in our inventory, shall we? Maybe make a few potions as well, and then sell those potions. You get the drift. That purse keeps on growing.
Tell your friends about me.
Maybe I will. You treat me well.
Take care.
Though what I really want to find is a merchant that is a novice. A novice in mercantile, because I have a feeling I could push them very far, and that's where I want to sell off some of my fine wares. Definitely. Now, we do have some more goods that I'd love to sell off at Fire and Steel. Armor and pieces like that are really, really weighing me down. There's also a different quest in the city that doesn't appear in your journal that I would like to do, where we have to play Matchmaker. But for that, I think I need to find a certain woman in town.
It's my pleasure. Please continue.
So I'll keep my eyes open for her. Any rumors?
Northern Goods and Trade is an excellent place to buy supplies.
It is, I was just there.
Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
Oh, I'm sure we can find something. Wax burning. She doesn't have great prices, but we'll make do with it. Because there's nowhere else I can sell it. Alright. Thank you very much, lady. As you can see, she would buy the Varla stone for like 500, whereas I can sell it for 700 at Northern Trading Goods. So It's all about which merchant you use and how far you push them. Really does pay off in the end. Alright, let's head to Chorrol Castle. Yes, let's hope we're not turned away immediately at the door.
Anytime now.
Anytime now. To-do. In the Great Hall itself. Right, we have a command spell, don't we? I still haven't used that. Command creature. I have a feeling that wouldn't work on the trolls, but maybe I could use that on the wolves and stuff. That could be fun. I gotta remember all the spells I have available. Hello.
Hello. Welcome to Castle Chorrol.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I am Countess Velga of Chorrol. I wish I had time to chat, but I'm afraid I'm in the middle of an investigation.
Okay, an investigation?
I'm sorry, but the investigation is a secret, and I don't trust you enough to discuss it with you.
Rude!
All right.
Alright, let's make quick work of this woman's disposition towards me. I think it's gonna be boast and joke. Bam, bam, bam,
Yeah.
bam.
What nonsense.
Nonsense? Not at all.
Yeah, I get it. Excellent. You seem the trusting type. Perhaps you can assist me. It seems someone has taken away an heirloom that is quite dear to me. I want you to help me recover a stolen painting. The painting was of my lost love, the Count Valga, and it has been stolen from my bedchamber. If you find the painting and bring the culprit to justice, you shall be justly rewarded. What say you?
I'll be glad to help.
Very well. I suggest you begin to gather clues. And I warn you, do not accuse the wrong person, or I shall be quite cross with you. Here are some keys. They should allow you access to many of the restricted areas in Castle Chorrol.
This makes it very easy for us to steal quite a lot of goods here. Alright, canvas to castle. Let's talk about some rumors.
The Doomstones are a mystery. Are they traces of the mythic times? Or creations of ancient beast folk, or lost races of mer or men?
Still unsure if we should go get all the Doomstones because they don't appear on any map and not on any statistics, so they don't feel that important to check out. Chorrol?
We're a mountain people, tough, independent. County Chorrol is rich in mines and timber, wool and mutton, and hard-working people.
I would like to live here in Chorrol. Can I buy a house?
Look, I like you, but not enough to tell you that.
We're gonna have to do more quests first. That's fine.
Good luck, investigator.
This is a wonderful opportunity for us to get the Countess to trust us a little bit. Let's see, what do you have on display here? Wolf pelt, yeah, that's worth showing off. Ah, bear pelt, that's only the greatest. Ooh, an apprentice alembic. Boop. Cyrodiil brandy. Now, we will find different qualities of alchemy equipment and they will help make better potions, but an alembic is the only optional piece, so it's not great to have around real. You guys have a Varla stone on display and you expect me not to take it? Yes. Now that we have the keys to the castle, oh boy. I mean, we'll have to... Oh my gosh, we have to sell this Varla stone to Ungar, don't we? Mystery Talar Volume 5. Oh yeah, that's not a skill book, right, we found that before. Alright, so, it's gonna say that we're not allowed access, but in fact we are allowed access in the castle, so we don't have to worry about that. We can pretty much go anywhere now and not have the guards harass us, so... We can go exploring. Now we have to go investigate some different people and talk to them and make them spit out who's done it. There are a couple of suspects and then a couple of clues that must be found before we can make the final accusation. Now I know the correct answer here, so I'll most likely try to wrap up this quest relatively quickly so we don't have to run around and who could do it. But of course it's fun, but I already know it. I can't just erase the knowledge of the perpetrator from my mind. That is not how it works, but as you can see, I love looting. Looting is so much fun. You get so many goods. Just look at our alchemy level. The alchemy level that we have right now is as a result of us looting everything that we can come across. It's just a neat little thing. But don't worry, if we do more looting like this, because there are a lot of towers in this place, and I do want to loot them like this for their different miscellaneous loot. But if I do it again, you most likely won't do it. But look at this. There's a chair here with some wine. One of the suspects is going to claim, oh, I was sitting up in the East Tower drinking. So you can come here, look at the wine and be like, oh, well, it looks like that checks out. Not a very reasonable way to spend your time, but it checks out. Now this is Orug Grogoth's quarters. Oh, there's some goods laying about. Alright, we'll close that door. Is there anything here? Ooh, a jewelry box. So I believe this orc is in charge of certain aspects of the castle. I think he has a rather important job. We'll see if we can't find him around and talk to him. Brass rings, silver, gold. All things that I want in my life. A book on the Amulet of Kings. Chests, gold. Good. Alright. Just gonna come in, help solve a theft. How do I help solve a theft? Well, I steal more. You know, isn't that obvious? Isn't that how you solve crimes? You commit more? I believe that's called vigilante justice. I wouldn't really call this vigilante justice, though. Oh boy, okay. Nothing here. Lathy's quarters.
Hi there.
Hi there, hello. The North Tower, okay. I think the West Tower is really gonna be interesting. Okay. More stuff to loot. Alright, let's do it. Perfect. Got everything in here. Mostly just ingredients, but found like 30 plus ingredients in there that we can make into potions, so it's definitely worth checking out. Orgnolf's quarters. Man, he doesn't get the same treatment as everybody else, does he? Oh well, we'll steal some wine from him. Almost feel bad. Shitty quarters and like his only prized possession. Ooh, the private lord quarter. I don't know if I'm allowed to be here. I'm investigating. Of course I'm allowed to be here. Nerevar Moon and Star is not in fact a skill book, even though it appears to be one. Now I believe this is the private bed chambers, and it's a very hard lock. Oh my, yeah, we're definitely not supposed to be here, but I'm looking for the painting. Maybe somebody stashed a painting in her bedroom. Oh, did you think about that? Of course I have to investigate. It would be nonsense not to investigate. It is a necessary thing for us to do during this investigation. Security skill increase. Wonderful, let's close that door. Okay, let's have some fun. Cyrodiilic brandy we're gonna take. Let's see, green velvet shoes. Any good books? The Life of Uriel Septim. No, I already saw the sequel, The Death of Uriel Septim. I saw it live, it was a live performance, it was really good. 5 Songs of King Wolfheart. That's still not a skill book. Sweet cake. Some potions. Okay. We'll take a watermelon. Watermelon, 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 watermelon. There's a song like that on YouTube. I remember finding that a few years ago. Good times. Now, let's go into the West Tower. Let's see what's up. I'm using this as an Hello?
Hello. I'm Castor Scribonia, the
Yes!
writer, author of Woman Gone Wild.
This is the woman I'm looking for. Why are you in a random tower in Chorrol?
Who is the fairest of them all, other than myself? The proprietor of the Grey Mare is lovely. She and the guard captain would be a nice couple.
You can actually set those two up, so I'm gonna do that.
You too.
What are you doing in here? Get out of here! Strange woman. What a strange woman she is. So I believe now we have to go and talk to the proprietor at the Grey Mare, and then we also have to talk to the guard here in Chorrol, the man who's in charge of the guards. And I think we can get them to like each other. It doesn't count as a quest or anything, but it's... Oh my gosh! The painting! It's been stored away down here. Oh my. Who could have done this? Oh well, the plot thickens, but... Actually, this is a different painting. It's not the same painting. But we shall see in due time. We'll get around to questioning people in very soon. But you know, you have to take one thing at a time. And everybody knows that first on Dark's agenda is stealing everything that's not nailed down. That's how we do. Okay. So now we know what's in this tower. Now we need to go and look for any suspects that we might find.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Are you searching for something?
Stolen painting.
The stolen painting was of Count Volga. Whoever painted it could not do the man justice.
You're a
He
fan?
was kind and noble, which is difficult to convey on canvas. I'm afraid other than that, I cannot offer much more information.
Alright.
Yes, I have heard that the painting of the Count was taken. I was unaware she hired an outsider to conduct the investigation. May luck be with you.
Thank you.
Until your return.
Okay, so I'm gonna go and steal some of your stuff now. Thank you very much. Sneak skill increase. Can't seem to open this lectern right here. It's actually closed because of the chair. That's usually supposed to trigger a little dialogue where it says like, huh, why can't I open this? This is... Oh well. Keep my eye on you, Chanel. Alright, let's go and see if we can't find some other people to talk to. I don't think we'll find them in the South Tower, though. Nope, just goods to loot. I also took myself the liberty of making a few potions while we were at it, just to increase our carrying capacity a little bit. Okay, so let's see who we can interrogate here, because I think we need to talk to more people before we can properly investigate the clues. It's almost more difficult to do a quest when you know the answer, because you don't know what order the game wants you to do them in.
Hello, I'm Leith Wavrik, the Chief Herald and Countess Velga's attendant. Welcome to Chorrol.
Thank you, I'm here to investigate. Actually, I think I had to ask her about gather clues, not investigation. Oh well.
My duties rely on watching no more than the throne and attending to visitors. But confidentially, I will say that Orgnolf has been acting a bit unusual. His abuse of drink has gotten worse lately. He has taken to asking for money from others to purchase spirits. A porter's wage does not befit his habit.
Huh, Orgnolf, you say? Any rumors?
Hard to complain about living in Chorrol. We've got everything you need.
Yeah, they're pretty happy about things. Alright, so Orgnolf
Fare thee well.
has apparently been drinking more. Isn't that suspicious? Oh, well. Good thing I stole some of that wine from his chest then, so he'll have a harder time getting drunk. Let's go into the barracks and see if we can't find Captain of the Guard. He should be here somewhere. Oh,
Greetings.
there's some smashing upstairs. I don't know what's going on. It's the Captain of the Guard,
Hail!
Bitneld, this beautiful man.
I'm Bitneld, the Curse Bringer, Captain of the Chorrol Guard. What can I do for you?
Yeah, this is the man who we have to get a date, so yeah, mission impossible.
I'm sorry, I wasn't in that evening. I was making my rounds of Chorrol. The only odd occurrence lately was with Channel. I have seen her spending a lot of time in the West Tower. When I asked her about it, she said it involved her spell research. I suppose at the time it sounded good enough for me.
The West Tower, that's also where we found that odd painting, so I guess Chanel likes painting.
There are a lot of fine-looking women in Chorrol, but they're all kind of snooty and not very nice.
Well, you need a proper woman, and I know where to find one.
Thanks Stendar for the chapel here in Chorrol. A lovely place, and the healers are excellent.
Ah, wonderful. Well, I'll just leave you to it. Captain of the Guard said that Chanel
Goodbye.
spent some time in the West Tower. Well then, we still have a few more suspects. Canvas the castle. Okay, so let's go and see if we can find Orgnolf. We haven't talked to Orgnolf, the Nord, and Grobrum the Orc. Can't believe I've passed by them. I mean, I've been raiding the entire castle and I didn't see them? Oh, hi, Chanel.
Hello. Hello again. I hope your search for the painting goes well.
I missed out on this topic.
I am sorry. I don't really feel comfortable talking with you about that night. I barely know you.
Are you for real? I'm doing an investigation.
We'll see.
Oh my gosh, you harlots. Let's see. I think...
Well,
Boast and
no.
admiration.
Ugh,
That's what she likes.
you're revolt. That works for me. The night that the painting was stolen, I was in the courtyard of the castle taking star readings. After a while, I decided to go into the dining area just off the Great Hall. I poured myself some wine and studied the charts I had made until it was time to sleep. From there, I went directly to my chamber and slept the rest of the night.
Okay, star readings, huh? Likely story. Okay, let's find the others. See what they have to say. Hey, hey.
I am Orak Grogoth, steward to Countess Ariana Valga, Countess of Chorrol. I manage her affairs, and the castle is in my keeping.
Well then.
I don't trust you enough to reveal details about the castle to you.
Okay.
What?
Speechcraft is the way to go. I think it's gonna be
Not
joke and boast.
Well, you can't scare me. It's
Sure about that?
remarkable.
Remarkable.
Not well done. That works for me? Huh. I don't remember seeing Channel or Orgnolf that entire evening. But then again, I stayed in my quarters most of the night. There was no point in going on my usual walk with all of the rain falling. As far as Channel and Orgnolf go, they seem fine to me. I only had a minor scrape with Orgnolf recently. I caught him drinking in the West Tower on the upper level. I told him if he didn't stop, I would tell the Countess. He just grumbled and agreed. He hasn't bothered me since.
So it was raining. Huh.
Thanks, Stendar, for the chapel here in Chorrol.
Yeah.
Do you know Renald Jyemer, the fellow who lives on the west side of Chorrol?
Yeah?
I saw him in Cyrodiil recently and said hi, and he pretended he didn't know me. I was quite irritated and haven't spoken to him since.
Oh my.
But I wonder, was he really trying to be a fool? Or was something wrong?
We'll investigate that in due time. So you said it was raining, but Chanel said that she was taking star readings. That doesn't make any sense. Huh, Orgnolf.
So, you a living statue, or are you gonna say something?
You're a flattering man.
Who do you think you are questioning me? I'd just as soon ask a goblin maiden to a dance than to answer your stupid questions.
Orgnolf set off to be the bad guy, so hey.
Oh, it's Valga's errand boy. How goes the big, important investigation?
Goes well, buddy.
We'll see.
Let's see. I think I found them.
You
Joke and
That's
coerce.
a bit excessive, don't
It's
you?
a bit excessive.
Don't be silly.
I'm not silly, you're silly.
I won't fight you. The night of the theft, I was in the Great Hall, having an argument with a delivery boy from Braville. It seems his horse lost its footing in the heavy rain we had that night, and the shipment of port that it was carrying slipped to the ground.
Heavy rain.
Oh, the fall broke most of the bottles. He didn't want to claim responsibility, but I gave him what for and sent him away. After that, I spent the rest of the night in my quarters, reading. Chorrol's got plenty to eat and good thick walls, and that suits me fine. I don't know what's going on out there in the woods, and I don't need to.
No, you don't. Trolls and ogres, my good sir.
For poor old Orgnolf.
Okay, so now we have investigated everybody, and there's one thing that's really standing out, and that is Chanel. She said she was out taking star readings, but 2 people have confirmed that there was actually heavy rain that night. Now, I'm no pro, but I think star readings in the heavy rain is actually kinda difficult. So that's something. All right, let's just. Ooh, strawberries are so good since I can use them in poisons now. That's real. That makes me happy. Just gonna take this. What is this? I found paint stains and a paint footprint on the carpet in the dining area. Oh my, the plot thickens, guys and girls. Check this out. You want to see the power of Finger of the Mountain? Kaboom! Kaboom! Oh. get out of here. Let's get out of here before he gets mad at me. Okay, good. Whew, we got out of that okay. Good job, good job. Okay then, well that's suspicious. Let's go check out Chanel's room since she's our suspect. Lectern, paintbrushes. Huh, painting supplies concealed. Interesting. Okay, and now I think we have to go to the West Tower and have a little look at that painting, I think. Ba-da-ba-dum. Seems someone in the castle is a painter. Well, when we talked to Chanel about it, she was all like, oh, they can never capture his features. It's not too difficult to figure out who it is.
Hello again. I hope your search for the painting goes well.
Well... let's see, accuse, oh my. First, let's just talk about rumors, girl.
I understand the Fighters Guild is looking for new members. Seems a bit odd, but that's what I hear.
Oh, that was a refreshing take on it. Not bad work for some folk.
We're simple, gods-fearing folk here in County Chorrol. Easterners worship their wallets and their fat bellies.
Oh, wow.
Are you accusing me of taking the painting?
Well, yes, I am.
You have strong evidence, but I do not trust you enough to speak true my motivations.
What? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
For you? Of course.
That does not make sense. If you're like, I accuse you, it's like, I don't trust you enough to talk about it. It's like...
until your return.
Shut up. Talk to me now.
Hello again. Very well. I confess to the crime, but please understand, I only did it out of the great love I had in my heart for Count Volga.
Aww.
It was I that painted that portrait. When the Count was lost, the Countess spent so much time with it that I became jealous. I had to have the painting back, so I decided to steal it, then hide it behind the painting in my quarters. I'm ashamed of my crime, but ready to face what fate has in store for me.
Yay, we figured it out.
I am undone.
I am undone. Alright, we got the portrait now. Boo!
Oh, you have returned from your investigation, and I'm eager to hear the results. Whom did you accuse?
So we can actually, like, save her butt right here, but I'm just gonna be straight up honest. I accused Chanel.
I'm shocked to hear of Chanel's crime, as she has always been such a nice member of our court. But I see that your evidence is without question. She shall be banished from Castle Chorrol and stripped of her duties. However, I am not without pity, and therefore she shall not be jailed. But she is never to set foot in Chorrol again. Congratulations on a job well done. As a reward, please accept this bounty of gold and gems. You've earned it.
Okay, not too bad. Let's see. Flawless topaz. 200 gold. It's not great, but thank you, I guess. Buy a house in town.
Sorry, I'm looking for someone with a bit more renown. If you suddenly become famous, I would be glad to reconsider.
Wow, you are a shallow, big important person who we're gonna talk to in the future then.
What?
Even if she would let us buy it, we wouldn't have the money. Let's check our renown, by the way. We currently have 8 fame and 2 infamy. 8 fame is it's not a lot, so I understand why she wouldn't let us do that. 13 quests completed so far. Not bad. As you can see, we have very few novice skills left at novice level, which is very good. Some really cool statistics here on this page. Skill books read 8. Just double checking that information with what I have written down. Okay, quest complete. Canvas the castle. Most of the quests here are done then. But before we wrap up the episode, I want to briefly go to the Grey Mare and see if I can't make some sweet love happen. Oh, all right, let's do this. I have never done this before, actually. It's a non-journal quest I heard about on the wiki.
Yes?
Bitnell the Cursebringer.
Bitneld, captain of the castle guard? He seems like such a nice fellow. Too bad I don't see him in here very much.
Oh really now?
I just feel safe living here in Chorrol. I mean, we have the head of the Fighters Guild right here in town.
That they do, actually.
You too.
The head of the Fighters Guild is here, and we can join the Fighters Guild from this town, but we can't get any of our first contracts, so it's a bit pointless. So we're gonna wait until we get to Shadenhall or Anvil, and most likely Shadenhall's up first.
What's this about?
Oh, there's so many towns to check out, there's so much to do. It sounds like I'm exasperated, and I'm like, oh, there's so much stuff to do, but I'm like, oh, it's gonna be such a big adventure.
Oh, hello.
Hey!
Yes? Oh, there are a lot of fine-looking women in Chorrol.
Oh, okay, so now we can pursue the topic. What about Emfrid?
Emfrid? She owns the Grey Mare, right? I go to the Oaken Crozier. I'm a captain, you see, and the Oaken Crozier serves a better class of people. Listen to me. I sure sound like a snob. Snooty, in fact, and not very nice. Thanks, that's a very good suggestion. I think I'll stop by the Grey Mare and perhaps pay my respects to this Emfrid woman.
Oh, now that's what I like to hear.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. I'm a bit uncertain what happens after this stage, though. I'll figure that out, but I think we just set up a date here. In these troubling times, isn't it wonderful to know that love blossoms? Ah, it truly makes my heart flutter. But guys and girls, we're gonna have to call it quits there for the day. I hope you've enjoyed the episode and that you will tune in next time, where I think we're going to be leaving Chorrol behind and actually hitting the road. Don't know why I'm doing this, but it's to signify that I'm pumped for it. Have a still good day, take care, and stay awesome.
Well met.
But most importantly, everybody, stay dark. Goodbye.